Cardago, Kabe Cardago, Cardago, Kabe Cardago, woo, woo, Dago, Kabe Cardago. Oh, man. Just finished watching TLC. Oh, by the way, I'm MCZX of the Smart Kingdom. And this is our reactive review for TLC 2017. Listen, I'm a bit tired, so forgive me if I'm not as energetic as I normally am. But I got my little paper here. I want to get this over with because this show has been very odd. And that is the best description I can give for TLC. It's just odd. Starting off with the pre-show, Sasha Banks versus Alicia Fox. I didn't pay attention. It's worth a skip. It's not worth watching, to be honest. Like, I'm not trying to crap on Sasha or Alicia Fox, but really, the build of this match was bad. Everything about this match wasn't that great. They put on it was all right, meh. But that was that. Moving forward, we actually start the show with the debut of the reigning, defending NXT Women's Champion who never lost, Asuka versus Emma in her very first, allegedly, her very first pay-per-view. I have a hard time believing this was Emma's first pay-per-view match. Maybe her very first pay-per-view singles match, but this is hard for me to believe it's just that. So, it's a great debut for Asuka. I enjoyed her work. Asuka was very cocky, but playful at the same time. By the way, why was Michael Cole saying things like, "Oh, she's fun. She likes to have fun"? Like, don't put that on my girl. My girl likes to hurt people. My girl doesn't like to have fun. Asuka don't have fun. Asuka beats people up. Asuka's going to kill you isn't just a saying, it's a lifestyle, man. It's a lifestyle. She likes to have fun. Cole, what are you smoking, man? I don't know. But this was a good match. I enjoyed it. If I had to rate it, I'm going to give it an A+. They put on an impressive match. Emma needs to get more singles matches. She should have been a women's champion a long time ago based on her work in NXT, but I guess they see something else that I'm not seeing. Well, with that IWC is not seeing, because I think she deserves to be a champion eventually, but hey, I guess it'll come in time. The next match, Cedric Alexander, Rich Swann versus Jack Gallagher and Brian Kendrick. Listen, if you're going to do a Cruiserweight tag match, it has to be like this match. They have to have time. You cannot send like Mustafa Ali, Gallagher, and I guess Tony Nese versus Kendrick. Just throw any Cruiserweight names. Just throw any Cruiserweight names. Kendrick, Neville, and Alexander. That would probably never happen. But if you did that and told them they only got 3 minutes, that match is going to be poor and forgettable. This match between Cedric Alexander, Rich Swann versus Gallagher and Kendrick is great. This was a good match because you got time and they got to showcase what they can do. And when they don't get the time, they're not going to be able to showcase anything. It just looks like any other regular, bathroom break match. But this was a good match. A lot of great spots between the guys. I hope the Cruiserweights are getting paid for this. Pay them because they're putting their bodies on the line for you guys. You should pay them, so pay them. But this was a good match. I think it's worth the watch. If I had to grade this one, I give it a B+. B+. The story is kind of weird. It's a wonky story when you think about it. It doesn't really make a lot of sense, but it's there. It's there. So, coming up next, Alexa Bliss versus Mickie James, or I should say Biscuit Butt, versus the old lady. This match was okay. It's predictable. I knew Alexa was going to go over. I didn't see them giving it to Mickie James, but this made me want Mickie James to have that 7th title reign. I kind of want Mickie James to be the next Raw Women's Champion over Asuka right now. I don't want Asuka to get it too quick. Maybe at WrestleMania Asuka gets it, or at the Royal Rumble. That'll be fine. But Mickie James deserves to have one more title run. She clearly has it in her. So that was a good match. By the way, before the match, when Alexa said, "Oh, I like my butt. It's cute," I and a lot of people are going to say that to her a lot. I already made the tweet once. I don't plan to ever say that to her, but I know this is going to give them an excuse of, hey, I like your butt too. I like your butt too. Like, that's just not cool. It was funny for the tweet, but Why'd you give him the excuse to say that, Alexa? That, I mean, I get what you meant. It's like, oh, body positivity. I'm not talking like, oh, I don't like my body. Like, I like my body. That's cool. But match was good. Bliss won after working on the arm of Mickie James a lot. But once again, predictable. I give this one B-, not too bad. Next up. Do I have to? I don't want to even talk about this one. Enzo Amore versus Kalisto. I didn't think they were going to take the belt off of Kalisto so soon. I'm just going to be straight up with you. I didn't think they were going to do that. I thought he'd beat Enzo and we'd move on to someone else. But no, I forgot. 205 Live is the Enzo Amore show. And if Enzo's not champion, what's the point of watching 205 Live, right? Right? That's the new mantra. So, Enzo wins by, I guess, a thumb to the eye, and then the eat defeat. 1, 2, 3. Enzo Amore is your new two-time cruiserweight champion. Twice. Can't do the dance sitting down, but oh God, 2 times. 2 times. Oh God, that sentence. Bad taste in my mouth. Bad taste in my mouth. But moving on to something positive, one of the best matches of the night, AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. Now, if you're wondering why this match is even on a card and it's not Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt, well, the viral meningitis thing's real, and you do not want to put the rest of your talent at risk when a couple of your guys, Roman Reigns and Bray Wyatt, Bo Dallas, JoJo Offerman, they all have viral meningitis that's very contagious. If you were to put them on the show anyway, there would be a chance that that Balor would have got sick, and that would have been into that. You know, you would have the entire staff and locker room unable to work. So they called in a favor. In an impromptu match, you got AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. And to be honest, they don't even have a story, really. Like, not a story where, oh, we just want to fight each other. Like, they just have history. And that's it. And that match did better than the storyline matches on the card, to be honest. Just impromptu match, and they put on a hell of a show. I wish it would have went even longer than they got. But Finn Balor won with the coup de grace off the top. Just won. I thought AJ was going to kick out. Maybe we're going to get a rematch in the future at Survivor Series. It could be just step 1. But you got to remember, AJ just came off a flight. Came in, did the favor. Probably not at 100%. If they go again and everyone's well rested, guaranteed to be a different outcome, because I'm Team Blue. I'm always Team Blue. Finn Balor wins. They did the Too Sweet sign at the end. So the Bullet Club forever. I'm glad Cole mentioned it, but he didn't mention the Bullet Club by name. It says they were the leader of a group in Japan, the same team. I'm like, okay, cool. And I wasn't even paying attention to the commentary at certain points because Booker was just talking stuff and just saying things throughout a lot of these matches. He just had to tune them out. Just had to. But AJ Styles versus Finn Balor, best match of the night. That's A+ material, A+. And Enzo and Kalisto is fucking D-. So now it's time to cool them off. In a typical cool-off match, Jason Jordan versus Elias. Why is this happening? Well, Elias was introduced not once, not twice, 3 times. The first time, Elias is doing his little shtick. Jason Jordan starts throwing celery and lettuce at him. Not tomatoes, not the heckling vegetable. You threw celery and lettuce. The heckling vegetable is a tomato. And that happened once. It didn't happen again. So a match got thrown together. And it was okay, but it was a cool-off match. It was to get everyone ready for the big main event. JJ wins with a roll-up. C. I give this match a C. And now for the main event, Kurt Angle replacing Roman Reigns with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose versus The Miz, Braun Strowman, Kane, and The Bar. So, quick backstory. I had a feeling that Braun Strowman and Kane were going to get into it because of something that Strowman said during one of the backstage prep talks Miz was having. Said, don't get in my way, I do what I want. And Kane's like, no, I do what I want. You ain't going to tell me what to do. And I just knew we were going to get something. And we did. We did. We're going to get to that. Kurt Angle is replacing Roman Reigns because, as I said before, viral meningitis is a thing. And Roman somehow got it. I don't know how he got it, but he got it. And Kurt Angle stepped up to put himself in the match. Now, as for Kurt's role in the match, he didn't do a lot. You know, he was moving slow compared to, I guess, compared to last year when he had that match with Zack Sabre Jr. at Rev Pro, I think. I think it was Rev Pro. But I guess I shouldn't expect Wrestling Machine Kurt Angle because it's not a wrestling match. It was a brawl. And when you're having a brawl, you're not going to be doing all your little holds and your arm bars and telling a story in the ring. It's just fighting. And that's exactly what the match was. Just straight up fighting. And Kurt, he swung chairs at everyone. He took a couple bumps, which was cool. But, man, it just made Kurt look like he was a shell of himself. And I didn't really like his performance. He didn't like it either. But I guess it served its purpose for, Roman not being there because he's sick. And it was all right. Seth and Dean carried the workload. They protected Kurt really well. I think that was good on their end. But match was chaotic, odd, and fun. Like, at certain points, it dragged on for so long. Like, you were wondering, why is this still on? Why is this match still on? Like, at a certain point, when Kurt got taken out by Strowman, and all 5 of the heels are in the ring, and they're just beating the crap out of Dean and Seth, I'm thinking to myself, why hasn't either one of y'all made a cover yet? You're just beating on them. And you're beating on them. And it just dragged on for longer than expected. And the first Strowman-Kane mishap happened where Kane accidentally hit Strowman with a chair. Strowman pushed Kane. Kane shrugged it off. They moved to the front. Miz brings up like a garbage truck. And after Miz brings up the garbage truck, Kane, takes matters in his own hands, beats the crap out of Strowman. He chokeslams him off the stage, which didn't look good in the replays, because if you see the replays, it looks like Strowman just went, ah! And instead of, actual chokeslam, Strowman just jumped back onto whatever, and then Kane dropped a bunch of chairs on him. Okay, after that, they go back to beating up Dean and Seth. Well, I'm just like, all right, look, make up your mind. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Strowman rises out of the ashes, walks over, beats up on his team. Then all 4 of the members put Strowman in a garbage truck. Like, in the back of it. The little compactor part. They pull the lever, and the thing goes up. So, they kill Strowman on TV. And then, they still haven't pinned Dean or Seth. So, they bring him back to the ring. It looks like they're about to do something. Kurt comes back out. Kurt does an angle slam, another angle slam. By the way, before all this, prior to that, he did a couple Germans, another angle slam, and an ankle lock. But comes out, he angle slams Cesaro through a table. He angle slams Sheamus. That takes him out. Kane gets taken out by Dean and Seth by running him into like the little barricade. Then it's just Miz by himself. Just dumb. Like, you're so stupid. You had advantage the whole time. You just let him come back. And they basically beat the crap out of Miz. Angle hits angle slam. Angle put the ankle lock on Miz. Miz pushed him off. And Angle like landed on top of his head. And just was like on top of his head like this. And then the Shield sequence happened. Triple powerbomb. 1, 2, 3. The Shield wins. You knew the Shield was going to win. I know that was kind of all over the place. But look. The match was just odd. At some points, I popped in the match. Some points, I thought the match was fun. At other points, I thought the match was just slow and dragging on forever. And other points was just odd. And I guess that's what happens when all this is out of your hands. You can't do much when your talent is sick and you need to think on the fly real quick. I mean, Kurt Angle's a selling point and all, but I don't want to see Kurt Angle as a Shield member. I want to see Olympic Gold Hero Kurt Angle. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I thought we was getting. And we just got a guy in black swinging chairs and doing his signature stuff. Like the Brock Lesnar treatment. I'm going to do a suplex. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to go home and get my check. Like, that's it. And I hope if we have another Kurt Angle match, it'll be an actual match and not a brawl. But that was that match. Overall, just chaotic, fun, and odd. If I had to rate it, it's I can't give it a C. I'll give it a solid B. I mean, it dragged on too long, but it was a decent, I guess, a little great feel-good moment for Kurt and everyone else who missed him in the ring. I'm glad to see that he hasn't lost much of a step, but he's just moving slow. And I don't know if WWE's telling him to move slow. Don't look like you know how to wrestle still. Like, you know, they probably put restrictions on that because Kurt can still go. Proof is last year and the year before that and the year before that. Kurt could still go. But this was just weird. It was weird because it wasn't our Olympic hero. It was the Shield's replacement member, Kurt Angle. And that was TLC 2017. Just a weird show. Overall grade, I'm going to give it a B. I'll give it a B. It had a couple hiccups. Just, you know, the Alicia Fox thing, Sasha, Enzo Kalisto was a hiccup to me. Bliss and Mickie James was predictable. But everything else on the show, minus JJ versus Elias, pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. AJ Balor was clearly the high point of the night. I hope that was like a thing for Survivor Series maybe. AJ's team versus Balor's team. That would be cool. Just saying. Just saying. That would be pretty cool instead of Team SmackDown versus Team Raw. Team AJ versus Team Balor. Let's do that. Let's do that. His club versus my club. Let's go. I'm all on board with that. But that's it, man. I'm MCZX. I'm tired. I hope you guys enjoyed TLC. I had fun watching it. It was strange, to say the least. Very strange. Till next time, continue to be awesome and great. And I'll see you next week. Well, that is this week, really. So I'll see you Tuesday or Monday if I decide to review Raw, which is a highly unlikely scenario. But see you later, guys. Keep being awesome. Bye.